Jairo Alvarez was born in the rural mountains of Colombia. He was one of 11 children, and life was hard.
They would do schoolwork until mid-afternoon and then come back to the house and help finish up the day at the farm, taking care of mostly the animals. And my grandfather took care of the potato farm.
I don't think he regrets any of it. I think they're all life lessons that he gained from that childhood. I think he viewed it as just the way it is, and it was just another stepping stone, another opportunity to make it.
He fell in love with cycling and sold a farm animal to buy a bike. Racing became a lifelong passion. At 16, he joined the military and asked his father for advice when being dropped off in Bogota.
And he said, "Son, I don't know anything about generals. I don't know anything about politics. I don't know anything about the military. But all I can tell you is ask yourself if what you're doing is right. And if it is, do it better and faster than anyone else."
Jairo was gifted in math skills, and his artillery calculations were excellent. One of his other assignments was to guard the president, and during this time, he caught wind of a planned coup, which he reported. Men went on trial, and he was promised that his identity would remain anonymous, but word leaked out, and Jairo was a marked man.
So they gave him a honorable discharge, and they assisted him with a flight to the U.S. so he could start a new life here.
That new life was in Albany, New York, where his brother lived. Jairo worked as a Holiday Inn cook until he could speak English and go to school. With a college degree, Jairo was nearly 30 when he returned to the warmth of Colombia. He got a job at a division of Nabisco that made small appliances. His younger brother asked to be dropped off at a party, and Jairo met his future bride, Anita, who was 10 years younger. He was drawn to her immediately, but she was not so sure.
My mom didn't like him because he was an old man, being 10 years apart. But the only thing she said is that he smelled very good because he had a nice cologne. So that's the only impression that he made on her.
As the young couple began to raise a family, the need for a home was the perfect opportunity for Jairo to start a side construction business. He was successful, but the political climate in Colombia had become unbearable.
Those were the days of Pablo Escobar, and it was real, and it was that bad. And there were bombs everywhere, and there were just a lot of violence. And he just did not see a future for us there.
Just to basically tell his family, pack up your stuff, I'm bringing you to the United States because that's where you'll get, you'll have an education, you'll have a better livelihood over there. That was hard.
It was for him because he had that drive and he had that energy to continue to succeed. But at the end of the day, it was for us. It was for our family's success.
Jairo took his wife, 2 teenagers, and a toddler to Baton Rouge where relatives lived. He opened an ice cream and yogurt shop because the bottom had fallen out of the construction market. Developer Bob Richardson and attorney Aubrey McClary became yogurt customers and mentors for Jairo. They told him when to make the move back into construction, which was good because the ice cream business had struggled. He called them angels.
We call it networking today, but Dad really made it a point to understand that these are truly people placed by God in your life to help you make a difference.
Jairo was hands-on and built custom homes with his kids pitching in to help. He relied on data and sound accounting to build quality homes while making a profit.
He loved technology, but he loved his calculator at the office with the little paper, and you could hear him out there working if he was working on anything number related.
His teaching style was not necessarily the softest teaching style. He expected excellence from himself and from his people, not only employees, but also even family members.
Carlos migrated to sales, Anna to finance, and Sebastian to landscaping. With 4 partners and a focus on quality, Alvarez Construction experienced tremendous growth. Over time, the company migrated into development and real estate. The group now creates entire subdivisions and employs a large staff. Alvarez Construction also builds a St. Jude Dream Home every year.
It just became a part of who our company was. Just knowing that we were making a difference in such a big cause was, very dear to us.
Additionally, the family is involved in McMain's Children's Developmental Center and many charities in Colombia that benefit children.
A lot of the social issues can be eliminated. I mean, we provide mentorship, provide good health, provide housing, provide anything that we can help with kids. I feel that bleeds into a lot of other issues that we have in our society.
Jairo returned to cycling and trained with Sebastian. He became a senior Olympic champion. He battled cancer several times and published 2 books about his journey through life. He was a relentless source of energy, but eventually complications took his life. Anita recently passed as well. The family is honored for Jairo to be inducted into the Hall of Fame.
I would like to take a second and thank the Business Report and Julio and his entire team for this recognition. At the same time, thank all of the team members at Alvarez Construction for their hard work and their dedication to the mission.
He was proud of all his adversity, and I think towards the end of his life, he really knew that he could influence people and help people with his story. So I think that if he was here, first off, he'd definitely thank Mom. He'd thank Carlos. He'd thank Anna. He'd thank me. He lived a beautiful life.
We miss him. To me, he's still the greatest man I've ever known. I mean,
a farm boy from Colombia with unmatched drive and stamina overcame every obstacle that life presented and built the American dream for his family. A military hero, an author, a champion, and steward of the community, founded a sustainable business of construction, real estate, and planned communities. It is with great honor that Jairo Alvarez is inducted into the Baton Rouge Business Hall of Fame.